Oh, it's good.
I might need to get rid of it.
Oh, you know.
When that door's open, it looks
Yeah.
good. How you feeling?
Good.
Yeah.
Just a little sick. You know, I think I just got a cold or something. But other than that, I'm good. Happy here.
Well, we probably need you to talk really loud, just because it's phones.
Yeah, I understand. It's just, it's a little struggle. My throat's kind of sore.
I understand. Oh, actually, it's not a bad idea. Hold on.
Rudy, how are you 25?
I'm gonna say 26.
26.
That's about my age and dates and times. So sometimes it's a little hard for me to keep track, especially if I don't have phones or anything. You know, it's a little
You know,
difficult.
if we keep the door a little open, it's helpful with the light. That could work if you want to hold this right there.
So it's fine.
Alright.
Are you shocked with how much attention this has
Yeah,
gotten?
a lot. It's a lot of attention. It kind of gets me overwhelmed, you know. But other than that, you know, I just try to stay positive. You know, just try to keep my mentality straight and honest and true, and just spread positivity and kindness. You know.
You,
So, the world thought you were missing for 8 years. Where were you? Where have you been?
Just at home, just stuck at home. You know, if somebody would come over, my mom would just tell me stay in the room. You know, keep the door locked, don't let them in, don't make any sounds, don't do anything. You know.
tell us about what it was like living there. Were you allowed to leave the room? Was she holding you there against your
She
will?
never like locked me in or like handcuffed me or anything like that. You know, I had free will to leave. It just felt like brainwashing, honestly. Like it just kept confusing me. Just the way she would manipulate me into saying like, oh, you're gonna get arrested because you have a speeding ticket or something, like something minor, something innocent, and then it would just kind of escalate into just people just sorry.
You're
It's
good.
okay.
Which is
Take your time.
yeah, it just escalated from there, from just wanting to get away from home, just be free, live my own life, arguing all the time, and then we eventually just went into she locked me in there pretty much mentally, just that she was my only parent, she was the only person I really had besides my brother. So when I lost my brother, I didn't have anybody to teach me how to live, how to have confidence or trust in myself or anything, so I just depended on my mom all my life.
What had you been doing for those 8 years?
Just trying to study the best I can online, understand how the world works, understand different cultures, different religions, different everything, because my life, I just believe that we should stop putting labels on everything and just understand the communities and the prosperity and the growth and the positivity, because there's just too much fighting, there's too much anger, there's too much depression and mental health problems in the world. We just need to spread more positivity, because all of it, everything around us, it's an algorithm that they control through the social media and through the colors and just everything. Like if you see something white, like a white wall or a white pillowcase or a white car driving around the place, you'll just understand that, like, you're just trying to have a positive thought, and then you'll look at something white and get sidetracked, and you'll get distracted about stuff and things, and then you'll find stuff like a pink wall or something, or pink whatever, and then you'll just be reminded of, somebody trying to help you, prosperity, just somebody loving people. And red, people confuse that for anger or hate, and it's only anger or hate, these type of things, if you look at it that way,
Police said a lot of times that you were 17 when this happened and you were an adult. You spoke a little bit about this, about some of the family trauma you've had growing up. Talk about the fact that although you're an adult, how difficult it was for you to be in this situation and maybe not be able to get out of.
It felt like Stockholm Syndrome, honestly. Like, just held against my will mentally, not physically, just constantly, like, she was bombarding me with negative thoughts, and like every time I come around her, she just makes me it's like little triggers just pop up, and it's like if I'm trying to get away from my mom, I'll hear a random noise, and it'll be like a little reminder in my head, like, don't do that, don't say this, or, you know, just little things like she's putting ideas or thoughts into my head whenever I'm just trying to, you know, just understand the world.
Do you think your mom took advantage of you?
Heavily.
How does that feel? I mean, I can't imagine. You said your mom's really the only person in your family you have. How was that you felt your own mom took advantage?
It's like I lived in prison. It's like I lived in a fucking jail my whole life. I just wanted to be free. I wanted to have my own job. I just wanted to live my life. I just wanted to just love somebody, you know, have somebody else that would actually love me, because I wasn't sure what love was. I struggled understanding my emotions. I don't know when I'm sad and that I'm sending out negative energy. I don't understand when I'm happy and sending out positive energy. The only way I was understanding how to communicate with people was online, and even then you can't trust everything you see online, because half the time people are just making their own assumptions and spinning what they want, and just I can't ever speak my truth because everybody wants to assume things.
Can you go into the brainwashing? What would she say to you? Would she say something would happen if you were to leave her home?
It wasn't that, it's just after I left I started to understand that all of it's just an algorithm. It's literally all an algorithm. If you look at something black, you understand that they understand. If you look at something white, it'll confuse you when you're trying to go in a positive direction. If you look at something red, it'll remind you of love. If you look at green, it'll remind you of, you know, like grounding people that are there for you and stuff, you know.
Did you feel stuck? And what was she doing exactly that kept you hidden?
It's just every time I would try to leave or, you know, try to do things for myself, like I want to go get my own money, I want to go work a different job, I want to do this and that, they would always just come right back around to just, don't do that, or it's bad, don't do that, you know, like the cops are going to come out, they're going to do this, they're going to arrest you if you're driving a car without a license or this and that, and it's just like, oh, how do you expect me to get a license to drive a car if I can't even go out? If all I do is work 12-hour shifts 7 days a week and I get $60 fucking dollars. Like, I don't understand how that's fucking fair.
Why do you think she wanted to keep you hidden?
I don't know. It all started just because I had a fucking speeding ticket. I went like 70 and a 55 trying to go to work. And then when that all started, it's just like I wasn't able to have a life. I was starting to start working and growing and, you know, provide for myself. And then after that happened, I couldn't do it.
I think the question everyone has is why your mom would lie and say that you've been missing for 8 years. Did she ever tell you, or did you ever ask, Mom, why are we pretending that I'm missing?
And that's the thing, when it comes to the real small details like that, I don't remember. It's like it just blocks it out, like she's blocking it out for me or something. It's like I just want to remember the facts. I just want to understand, you know, who I am and what I'm trying to do, and just try to live my life the way I want to, not how she wants me to.
Were you questioning your mom, like, Mom, why am I doing this?
I would always ask her stuff like, when am I going to get a job? When am I going to have my own car? When am I going to be able to make my own decisions? When am I going to be able to just go out and be free? Like, why can't we just go to the fucking police station? Why can't I just get a lawyer? Why can't I just do that? And she's like, oh, you can't get a lawyer because it's too much money. We can't do that because it's too much money. Everything was always just money, 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 money. It's constantly fucking money.
If you had to guess why she was doing this, was she making money from you being missing, as far as you know?
I don't know. I think somebody at one point mentioned something about an original GoFundMe page. And then my mom wanted to say something about, like, one of my aunts or something was, like, stole all the sodas or some shit. But meanwhile, where's all the money that they raised, you know? Like, and where did that go to helping find me?